Today we will talk about SHX, its ties to IBM, and its ties to IBM World Wire, which I have been checking into a lot. And there's some conflicting information on that in regards to XLM, but I, for one, think that they are still very connected, and we are just not being told everything that is actually happening. And I was sent a reminder of a post from one of the people who I have talked to about SHX a lot, who actually does not post on it now because he had some problems with being told not to. So he reminded me that on December 14th of 2021, according to this chart, the price of SHX hit 21.64 or something. I can't hit that exactly. And if you look into that, the date was December 14th of 2021. And if I can get it here, the market cap of IBM was about 114 billion. And if you put that into the coin market cap or the market cap of calculator with that market cap of IBM at that time, it would come out to an SHX price of about that much exactly. Now, IBM now has a market cap of about 170 billion, which puts the price of SHX over 31 bucks. And obviously that is a very large change from where we are at right now, especially with how on the chart we only hit about 3.5 cents at the height of its last bull run. Now, if you look on the XLM Explorer site, you can see that on the XLM network, it did actually hit about 19 cents, I think. So there have been some higher prices depending on what time and on what kind of exchange you are actually on. And if you change this into log scale, it does show some much more interesting price action that is much more reflective of what has actually happened with all that SHX is working on, who they are connected to, and what they have done in between about 2021 and now. And I do think that the $1 mark is crazy compared to where we are right now in price. But if you compare it to past performers like the 2017 XRP price explosion, it's not that crazy. And now, of course, this might have been a glitch in the chart, but it is just too interesting that if you took the tokenomics of SHX at that time and you compared it against the market cap of IBM at that time, they came out to almost the exact same value. And that, to me, is an indicator that there is involvement with IBM World Wire and SHX. And in that case, it would be involved with XLM as well. So I have put out a lot more information on that, and I am trying to find out as much as I can on the IBM World Wire connections into XLM and SHX, because there is no good information since about 2020 or so. But I, for one, don't think that that connection is not there anymore. Now, as far as a couple of other things, the IBM payment ecosystem is essentially World Wire, right? I mean, you're primarily talking about financial institutions, and that is exactly what SHX is essentially trying to become and to actually operate as right now. They have merchant financing programs, and they are helping companies grow right now in a way that is an alternative to a traditional financial institution. And here is one, I can't say that name at all because it's an ST and an ST. But how do or did I know PayPal and others will work with XLM back in 2022? IBM and XLM are tied at the hip. So you got PayPal, IBM, JP Morgan, the list goes on. What's in common? XLM. And it all goes back to IBM. And I do actually have more information on the IBM quantum part as well. Now that looks like it's on Lobster, and I don't really pay attention to the quote unquote different kinds of assets on there that are not crypto. There's a lot of speculation and conspiracy around that. But even though this $21 SHX is extremely speculative, it is catching on a lot on crypto Twitter at this time, at least, which is where a lot of retail is. So you've got the Black Swan capitalist in on this now. He is talking about the exact same things that me and a handful of others who talk about the things that SHX is actually doing talk about too. So you've got ties to XRP and XLM. You got ties into the NACHA, which is the ACH payments network, which processes about 76 trillion or so every year. And there is some involvement with the World Bank, the World Economic Forum, the U.S. Treasury, and the Federal Reserve as well. So yes, this might be a little bit out there, and this might be as well, but the coincidences between SHX and IBM, and even with XLM that all revolve around World Wire, are just a little too coincidental.